This first heat, they're here to honor. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I will introduce the Marines representing the Combat and Engineer Battalion who are here for the honor heat. Marines, if you want to come on out. Give it up. Some of these Marines have flown out here from Camp Pendleton, California. Marines, go ahead and take your station. Some of these Marines have come here from Camp Lejeune, North Carolina, all to honor their fallen comrade. More apropos to the moment, fellas, I'd like to introduce Staff Sergeant David Stewart's wife, Miss Chrissy Stewart, who'd like to speak for a few seconds.
Sergeant Major, thank you so much. I just wanted to take this opportunity to let you all know how much it means to our family. The day that we laid my husband to rest on July 1st, our whole family felt like we had this aura of honor. The way the community and the town came out to really pay their respects to the sacrifice that my husband made and that our family has made. And one thing that we're doing to pay it forward and continue to honor David is to come out and support events like this. And you know, they say that the Marine Corps is the few, but I really think that the people that come out and support these events to really honor our service members and our wounded warriors are also the few in our nation. So thank you for that.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Marines from the Combat Engineer Battalion. Before we start any event, I'd like to go ahead and start it off like the way we should. We're going to render honors to our national ensign and the playing of the national anthem. Bringing out the colors today, Brandon Ferrero, working out the Yellow Ribbon Foundation. Going to hold our flag. Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem. Thanks, Brendan. Marines, go ahead and take a knee if you would. I'd like to start off this event real quick. Been asked to come out here and open the ceremony. I think this is a pretty unique venue, the Civilian Military Combine, where civilians in the military kind of come together for a brief moment to kind of render respect, kind of think what they're doing, and get out here and get some. I think that was his favorite saying, right? Get out and get some. That's what we're here to do. In 1776, in July, 56 people came together and they said, not here, not now, we're done with tyranny, and they signed the Declaration of Independence. They established an ethos that day on what this country is going to be set on. They said, we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, and they are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights. The right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Driving down here, I was thinking about how have people lived to that ethos? What have people done to ensure they live their life in pursuit of life, liberty, and that pursuit of happiness? And I drove through some of the towns, thinking about this place we're standing right now, Virginia. It's rich in history. Appomattox, Antietam, Gettysburg, Shiloh. Places that ring in history where strife. Brothers fought against brothers, but they fought for what they believed in. They came together. Drove through the town of Molly Pitcher, named after Mary Hayes, who stood with her cannoneer husband throughout the entire Revolutionary War, carrying water, where she got her name, Molly Pitcher, carrying water on the battlefield, and when her husband fell, took his cannon staff and got in the fight. That's what this country's built on, civilian and the military coming together. But as I drove down here, I started thinking about Abraham Lincoln, who said just the beautiful words that everyone is familiar with at the Battle of Gettysburg. 7 years ago, our forefathers brought forth in this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal, and now we are engaged in a great civil war, testing whether that nation, or if any nation so conceived and so dedicated, can long endure. Well, look around you. Can it endure? Yes, it can, because of these Marines, because of the soldiers on the forward edge of the battle area, because of airmen and sailors that are forward doing things that need to be done, providing the blanket of freedom that we sleep under every night. To the Marines, I'm reminded of what General MacArthur said. Yours is the profession of arms, the will to win, the sure knowledge that in war there is no substitute for victory, that if you lose, this nation will be destroyed, and that the very obsession of your public service must be duty, honor, and country. You exemplify this, and you humble me. Semper Fi to you. Along the lines of this honor heat, very familiar, the beginning of the Gettysburg Address, but often forgotten, is the end. It is rather for us to be here dedicated to this great task remaining before us, that from these honored dead, we take increased devotion to that cause for which they here gave the last full measure of devotion. That we here highly resolve that these dead shall not have died in vain, that this nation shall have a new birth of freedom, and that the government by the people, of the people, and for the people shall not perish from the earth. That's what we do here. That's what this event is about. Without recognizing honor, without honoring sacrifice, without spending the moments necessary to show the respect needed in order to understand what has happened, it's all in vain. So I ask you, what will you do? What are you going to do today? Are you going to crush this workout today? Are you going to get out there and get some? How will you ensure that today you live for life, liberty, and will you pursue happiness? That's a challenge. Because at some point, right here on these mats, when you're in your workout, at about 3 minutes and 34 seconds in, each and every person here is going to descend into the dark, dank corners, which is the pain cave inside your mind. You're going to fall in there. You're going to be like, oh, woe is me. My life sucks. Where? I don't want to. Oh, it's so heavy. If I just stand here and hold it and try to use telepathy to somehow. No! Get in the fight. Pick up the bar and press. You're in your pain cave, it's dark, you want to go to sleep, turn the damn lights on, let's go. It's time to go. Because every single moment that you're out here suffering, you're honoring. Remember that. Remember those that aren't here. Remember those that have laid on the battlefield so that you can come here today, stand right here, and do whatever it is you want to do. These are the people that guaranteed you the right to go have a drink at the bar tonight. They're the people that guaranteed you the right to say what you want to say. to do what you want to do, to live your life as you want to live. So I ask you one last time, what will you do today? Semper Fi, God bless, good luck.